The following is Srila Prabhupada Katha given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on December 22nd, 2014 in New Delhi, India.
So we just received news that His Grace Rasaparayana Prabhu in Southern California has left his body.
He is my dear god brother.
He's my dear god brother.
And he spent time when Prabhupada was in Mayapur.
And he spent time when Prabhupada was in Mayapur.
And when we had the flood,
he
drove the boat.
He drove the boat.
At that time, people were very hungry. They waded out in the water up to their chest.
And they waded out in the water up to the chest.
And gave their bowls. To receive some prasadam. So there's also a picture of him. Distributing with me.
Distributing with me prasadam.
And he was protecting Prabhupada when Prabhupada was in Mayapur.
And he was
protecting
Prabhupada when he was in Mayapur.
But he would drive away the barking dogs.
He would move away the barking dogs.
And he did other personal services.
He would do other personal services.
When I was, at that time we had a jeep. And he was the driver. He would drive me all over to buy the materials for building Srila Prabhupada's buildings.
He would drive me around to buy all the materials to build Srila Prabhupada's buildings.
Sometimes we didn't have anything to eat. So I'd buy some flat rice.
So he'd buy some flat rice
and yogurt
and
fruits
and
make some chiradoi
and made some chiradoi
and offered that to the deities. And then that would be our lunch. So he was a companion for many months. And he had always been thinking of Mayapur.
And he'd always be thinking of Mayapur.
When I went to the Laguna Beach Temple, he was there encouraging all the devotees. And so he told me that he wanted to see if Mayapur had an airport. And he had some feasibility studies and some drawings for building an airport.
And he had some
feasibility studies
for building the airport.
And so I would regularly see him at his house in Southern California. And he was supposed to come to Mayapur to see the site for the airport. But then we just found out that he had been diagnosed with a very advanced stage of cancer.
But then we just found out that he had been diagnosed with a very advanced stage of cancer.
So I called him up this morning.
So I called him up this morning
And told him a pastime of Lord Chaitanya.
and told him a pastime of Lord Chaitanya.
I thanked him for all the service he had done for Srila Prabhupada.
I thanked him for all the service he had done for Srila Prabhupada.
And he left by his Dharma Patni, who is Parvati Devidasi.
And he's left by his Dharam-patni, who is Parvati Devidasi.
She is she's from the family of the Shantipur Nath Advaita descendants.
She's from the family of the Shantipur Nath Advaita Gosai descendants.
So it was quite a shocking news.
So it was quite a shocking news.
Because actually the life is very flickering.
Because actually the light is very flickering.
Life.
The life is very flickering.
Our plan is things are going to last for a long time.
We make our plans that things are going to last for a long time.
But life can end at any time.
But life can end at any time.
But the soul lives on.
But the soul lives on.
And those who have done devotional service,
And those who have gotten devotional service,
they are blessed.
they're blessed.
And they can achieve Krishna very easily.
And they can achieve Krishna very easily.
Or they can go to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada.
As they can go to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada.
So they plan how my life is forever.
So they plan how their life is
forever.
forever.
But one doesn't know.
But one doesn't know
How long we'll be in this body.
how long we'll be in this body.
And then when we'll take the next body.
And then when we'll take the next body.
And what the next body will be.
And what the next body will be.
So that's why it's so important.
So that's why it's important
to use this body
to use this body
in the service of Krishna.
in the service of Krishna.
Although we side by side maybe enjoy our material life,
Although side by side we may be enjoying our material life,
or in the areas which Krishna allows us.
in the areas which Krishna allows us.
But at any time,
But at any time,
we can leave the body.
we could leave the body.
Therefore, we should be doing service to Krishna
Therefore, we should be doing service to Krishna
all the time.
all the time.
And that stays in our credit
And that stays in our credit
as Sukriti.
as Sukriti.
Karma, good and bad, are always accrued and burnt.
Karma, always good and bad, are always accrued at birth.
But what stays forever is Sukriti.
But what stays forever is Sukriti.
That's what service we do to Guru and Krishna.
That's what service we do to Guru and Krishna.
And the only thing which can detract from the Sukriti
And the only thing which can detract from Sukriti
is aparad.
is aparad.
So in Mayapur,
So in Mayapur,
it's not very easy to get aparad.
it's not very easy to get aparad.
It's easy to get forgiven.
It's easy to get forgiven.
But in Vrindavan,
But in Vrindavan,
it's easy to get mercy and easy to get abroad.
it's easy to get mercy and it's easy to get aprad.
So one has to be very careful
So one has to be very careful
when visiting Vrindavan.
when he's visiting Vrindavan.
So we would like to ask all the devotees
So we would like to ask all the devotees
that they pray for the journey of Rasapurana to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada.
that they pray for the journey of Rasaparayana Prabhu to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. There were many devotees
There were many devotees
who stayed up and chanted the whole night
who stayed up and chanted the whole night
and helped the rest of the Varna
and helped Rasaparayana Prabhu
to be Krishna conscious
to be Krishna conscious
at this most biggest test of our life.
at this most,
This is the biggest test of our life.
as this is the biggest test of our lives.
When we leave the body,
When we leave the body,
if we think of Krishna,
if we think of Krishna,
we go back to Krishna.
we go back to Krishna.
So Prabhupada said that Mayapur,
So Prabhupada said that Mayapur,
living or dying in Mayapur,
living or dying in Mayapur,
is all the same.
was all the same.
Because living in the spiritual world,
Because living you're in the spiritual world,
dying, you go back to the spiritual world.
and dying you go back to the spiritual world.
Prabhupada Lila.
Any Prabhupada Leela?
I want to ask a question that you said Prabhupada has given service to you on researching deity worship standards. Can you give us some light on that?
Srila Prabhupada said that
Srila Prabhupada said that
he was as a grihasta.
that he was as a grihastha.
He didn't spend a lot of time in the temples.
He didn't spend a lot of time in the temples.
That's why he didn't know much about deity worship.
Therefore, he didn't know much about deity worship.
So the GBC appointed a committee
So the GBC appointed a committee
to help Srila Prabhupada
to help Srila Prabhupada
to research the system of Pancharatric deity worship.
to research the system of Pancharatric deity worship.
And some went to see a godmother in Kharagpur,
And some went to see a god brother in Kharagpur.
and some went to see a godmother in Mayapur.
And some went to see a god brother in Mayapur.
And some researched the Pancharatric vidhis.
And some researched the Pancharatric vidhis.
So then this to those the Pancharatric I forget the exact name. The manual of deity worship. Arjuna.
So these were used in the Pancharatric Archana Deepika, manual for deity worship.
And Bhanu Maharaj, he was also part of that committee.
Bhanu Maharaj, he was also part of that deity committee.
It was about 5 or 6 people.
But it was about 5 or 6 people.
Prabhupada, this Vrindavan festival, they are saying 40 years anniversary. This is 40th year anniversary of Krishna Balaram installation. So you have been here for Krishna Balaram installation in Vrindavan. Krishna Balaram deity installation in 1975.
I was present for the deity installation in Hyderabad.
I was present in the deity installation in Hyderabad.
And I went off and on to see Prabhupada in Bombay and Vrindavan.
And I went off and on to see Srila Prabhupada in Bombay and Vrindavan.
I'm trying to remember if I was present at the Vrindavan deity installation.
I'm trying to remember if I was present in the Vrindavan deity installation.
I think so.
I think so.
And then in the temple there,
In the temple there,
Prabhupada had some of the pundits
Prabhupada had some of the pandits
from Vrindavan
from Vrindavan
help in installing the deities,
help in installing the deities,
just so that the deities would be accepted by all the Goswamis.
just so that all the deities would be accepted by the Goswamis.
I remember that Prabhupada said
I remember that Prabhupada said
that the Guru should be straight ahead.
that the Guru should be
Straight ahead.
straight ahead.
On your obeisances to the deities.
So
With your left side, that the Guru would be straight ahead.
So when you offer your obeisances to the deity on the left side, the Guru would be straight ahead.
But somehow they put the Prabhupada opposite.
But somehow they put Prabhupada opposite.
So when you offer your obeisances to the deities,
So when you offer your obeisances to the deities,
you showed your feet to Srila Prabhupada.
you showed your feet to Srila Prabhupada.
And I understood that was a mistake.
So what I understood, that was a mistake.
But Prabhupada accepted
But Prabhupada accepted
what to do.
what to do.
He accepted many things
He accepted many things
which may not have been right to the mark.
which may not have been right to the mark.
In Mayapur and Bombay,
In Mayapur and Bombay,
the deities of Prabhupada were opposite.
the deities of Prabhupada were opposite.
So this question didn't come up.
This question didn't come up.
We didn't discuss it. Tell us about the Panihati to Mayapur. Prabhupada wanted a boat cruise. And also your visit with Prabhupada to Panihati down.
At that time,
At that time,
there was a Congress government,
there was the Congress government
and the MLA
and the MLA
for Panihati
for Panihati
wanted to facilitate Srila Prabhupada.
wanted to facilitate Srila Prabhupada.
So he invited Prabhupada to see what he could do in Panihati.
So he invited Srila Prabhupada to see what he could do in Panihati.
On Panihati, there's a banyan tree alongside the Ganges.
In Panihati, there's a banyan tree alongside the Ganges.
And this tree is the same tree that Lord Nityananda sat under and accepted Srila Prabhupada.
And this tree is in the same place at which Nityananda Prabhu accepted the Chira Dahi.
So then Srila Prabhupada said,
So then Srila Prabhupada said,
we could build a temple
we could build a temple
which would be one story up,
which would be one story up,
so that people could still go under the temple and have easy access to the tree.
so that people could still go to the temple and have easy,
Under the temple.
so that people could go under the temple and still have easy access to the tree.
If they wanted, they could also go to the temple.
If they wanted, they could also go to the temple.
Now, a couple hundred meters from the banyan tree
So a couple hundred meters from the banyan tree
is the house of Raghava Pandit.
is the house of Raghav Pandit.
At that time, Prabhupada's the house was very dilapidated and broken.
At that time, Prabhupada's house was very...
No, Raghava Pandit.
At that time, Raghav Pandit's house was very dilapidated and broken.
And in front of the house was a special tree,
And in front of the house, there was a special tree,
which Lord Nityananda had danced under.
which Lord Nityananda had danced under.
So Prabhupada said that we should take the photo of this house
So Prabhupada said that we should take the photo of this house
to show that it's very old,
to show that it's very old,
and then build a new house.
and then we would build a new house.
And then on the way back to the tree,
And then on the way back to the tree,
there was a small temple,
there was a small temple,
and Pujari came out and offered Prabhupada a Shaya Shila.
and the Pujari came out and offered Srila Prabhupada a Shaligram Shila.
So that was the first Shaligram we had in Mayapur.
That was the first Shaligram we had in Mayapur.
So Prabhupada wanted that we should have a boat go from Calcutta to Mayapur.
So Prabhupada wanted that we had a boat go from Calcutta to Mayapur,
A speedboat.
a speedboat.
And the boat could stop at Panihati,
And the boat could stop at Panihati,
and people would take the breakfast
and people would take breakfast
of chira and dahi,
of chira doi,
and then go on to Mayapur.
and then go on to Mayapur.
So no one built a temple over the at the tree site.
So no one built a temple at the tree site.
Someone built, refurbished, and built a new house at Raghava Pandit's place.
Someone built a new house at Raghav Pandit's place.
And there they established the Radha Mahan Mahan deities,
And they established the Radha Madan Mohan deities,
which were there since Lord Chaitanya's time.
which were there since Lord Chaitanya's and Lord Nityananda's time.
I don't think they kept the photo of Prabhupada.
I don't think they had a photo of Prabhupada,
Of the old building,
of the old building,
like Prabhupada wanted.
like Prabhupada wanted.
They have a display of Raghava's jolly.
They have a display of Raghava's dhoti,
Jolly.
joli.
What do you say, jolly? Because every year Raghava Pandit and his sister Damayanti
Because every year Raghav Pandit and his sister Damayanti
would cook various items,
would cook various items,
achars,
achars,
pickles,
pickles,
and send down to Lord Chaitanya.
and send out to Lord Chaitanya.
So these were famous
So these were famous
as Raghava's jollies.
as Raghav's jolis.
Jolly being hot baked,
Joli being
hot
bags.
baked. It's in the the Srinathji temple.
This reminds me of the Srinathji temple.
They don't give the pujaris any cash.
They don't give the pujaris any cash.
They give them prasadam,
They give them prasadam.
and they can sell the prasadam to maintain their family.
And they can sell the prasadam to maintain their family.
So they had some prasadam,
They had some prasadam,
which he said this is a 6-month expiry date.
which he said, this is a 6-month expiry date.
And this is 3 months.
And this is 3 months.
And this is 1 month.
And this is 1 month.
So he's showing all the different sweets
So he was showing all the different sweets
and how much expiry date they have.
and how much
Expiry date.
expiry dates they had.
And then he had some raita,
And then he had some raita,
which is yogurt and cucumber.
which is yogurt and cucumber.
So he said, this has an expiry date of 3 hours.
And he said, this has an expiry date for 3 hours.
You have it.
You can have it.
Now we're looking at some boats
So now we're looking at some boats
to carry some 25 to 44 passengers.
to carry some 25 to 44 passengers
Of the Ganges
up the Ganges
from Calcutta to Mayapur.
from Calcutta to Mayapur.
And we hope to have a stop in Anihati
And we hope to have a stop at Panihati
where they can take breakfast
where they can take breakfast
or chiradai.
of Chiradoi.
And Bhakti Charu Swami
And Bhakti Charu Swami
has got a land
has got a land
next to the tree.
next to the tree.
And so it seems that we can have that facility.
So it seems that we can have that facility.
Ramesh, when did you start your world traveling? Was it after Prabhupada disappeared? Or?
Always a question.
Mataji is asking, Guru Maharaj, when did you start your world traveling? Was it after Srila Prabhupada disappeared?
After I received my Indian citizenship,
After I received my Indian citizenship.
then someone offered me a around the world ticket.
Then someone offered me an around the world ticket.
And but during Prabhupada's time,
But during Prabhupada's time,
he told me also to travel and preach.
he told me also to travel and preach.
Confirmed.
Confirm.
And so after I spent some time in Delhi,
So after I spent some time in Delhi,
I got my citizenship.
I got my citizenship.
So then I traveled around the world.
So then I traveled around the world. Guru Maharaj, can you tell about that experience?
But the around the world ticket was on Pan Am.
The around the world ticket was on Pan Air.
And somehow there was a group of senior citizens,
And somehow there was a group of senior citizens,
people of 60 years up,
people 60 years up,
60,
60 years up.
so there was a whole group, maybe 60 or 100,
So there was a whole group of maybe 60 or 100.
and they're all around laughing,
And they were all around laughing and
talking,
talking. Prajalpa.
I was having a real culture shock
So I was having a real culture shock
because I lived in India for 9 years,
because I lived in India for 9 years.
And the Indian people were very different.
And the Indian people were very different.
The elderly ladies were quite pious and controlled.
The elderly ladies were quite pious and controlled.
And so I was going in this flight.
So I was going in this flight,
And then one lady, she came from the front of the flight.
and one
One
lady, she came in front of the flight.
she came from the front of the plane.
She came from the front of the plane,
And she was visibly drunk.
and she was visibly drunk.
She could hardly walk.
She could hardly walk.
And she came back and told her friends
And she came back with all her friends
and said they upgraded me to first class.
and said they upgraded me to first class,
And drinks are free.
and drinks are free.
I said, where am I?
I said, where am I?
I don't know now
I don't know now
how degraded they are, but in the 1970s,
how degraded they are, but in the 1970s,
the people were quite pious.
the people were quite pious.
So seeing this elderly senior citizen drunk,
So seeing this elderly senior citizen drunk,
I could only remember the Bodhivas and the chaste women of India.
I could only remember the Buddhimas and the chaste women of India.
I wonder how these people with so much illusion.
I wondered how these people were so much illusion.
But it was very nice
But it was very nice
when I landed
when I landed
to see all the temples.
to see all the temples.
Prabhupada had created 108 temples
Prabhupada had created 108 temples
all around the world.
all around the world.
So this round world ticket,
So this round world ticket,
at that time, you see now, tickets have 60 coupons.
you see now tickets have 16 coupons.
But then, there was no such limit.
But then there was no such limit.
So, as much as you could imagine, you could travel.
So as much as you could imagine, you could travel.
30 tickets, 35 tickets.
30 tickets, 35 tickets.
I mean, my secretaries know if they had such a facility, how I'd use it.
I mean, my secretaries know if I had such a facility, how I'd use it.
And now, I think it was probably when the airlines studied my ticketing.
But now, I think it was probably when the airlines studied my ticketing.
Everybody flies like this will go broke. If everybody flies like this
If everybody flies like this,
will go broke.
it would go broke.
So they start eliminating. After we do one thing, we find some loophole and they change the rule.
So after we find something, they would see it and change the rules.
But it was nice to see all the temples.
But it was nice to see all the temples.
And that time, I also visited Atlanta,
And at that time, I also visited Atlanta,
which was called New Panihati.
which was called New Panihati.
And I asked them,
And I asked them,
do you know what Panihati means?
do you know what Panihati means?
No.
No.
So I introduced in the Panihati festival.
So I introduced a new Panihati, the Panihati festival.
And that festival has been going on for about 30 years.
And that festival has been going on for about 30 years.
Or more.
Or more.
So, like that, I was visiting different temples.
So like that, I was visiting different temples.
And that, since there was no limit to the coupons,
and since there was no limit to the coupons,
I think I visited every temple.
I think I visited every temple.
And then later, Hirananda Maharaj, he asked me if I would be the guru for the Southeast USA.
Nityananda Maharaj, Hridayananda Maharaj asked me if I would be the guru for the Southeast USA.
But at the same time, Rupanuga and Balvanta, they approached me.
Rupanuga and Balvanta, they approached me
with the same request.
And
Hridayananda heard about that. When Hridayananda Swami heard about that, he got angry with them. I heard. Anyway, since both had requested me.
But anyway, they both had requested me.
So at that time, there were only 11 gurus. And so many places. So I was visiting every year the Southeast USA. After a few years, that system was abolished. And more gurus were made. But they asked me to be the GBC. So I was GBC for Southeast USA for about 22 years. And in 1980,
Hridayananda Swami,
he had some heart condition. So going to the zones in South America, where some are very high, 4,000 feet above sea level,
or sometimes very high, 4,000 feet above sea level,
or 4,000 meters,
and
then some are sea level, up and down.
So you'd go up and down.
So this is not good for his heart.
So he
asked if I could be the GDC for the certain countries in South America.
So he asked me if I could be the GBC for certain countries in South America.
So since 1980, I've been GBC in
I've been GBC in
Chile,
Bolivia,
Peru, and after a couple of years in Ecuador.
And every couple of years.
After a couple of years, also Ecuador.
And after a couple of years, also in Ecuador.
And then I was asked to oversee South India.
And then I was asked to oversee South India.
So East India was given by Prabhupada.
So East India was given by Prabhupada.
Including Bangladesh. And then gradually Assam was added. And then Nepal.
And
then South India. So I was staying in East and South India. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he was staying in North and West India.
And Gopal Krishna Maharaj, he was staying in North and West India.
Now there are many zonal supervisors, zonal GDCs.
Now there are many zonal supervisors and zonal GBCs. Like Radhanath Swami, Bhanu Maharaj,
Bhakti
Purushottam Swami, Bhimadas, Bhakti Charu Swami, etc., etc.
Now they're going to South America.
After going to South America,
How to speak Spanish.
I learned how to speak Spanish.
They gave me a secretary
He gave me a secretary
and told him, don't speak English.
and told him, don't speak English.
Only if he asks you how to say something, and tell him in Spanish.
Only if he asks you how to say something, then speak in Spanish.
Say, how do you say this?
So I learned how to say, how do you say this?
Como se dice, open the window.
Como se dice, open the window.
Abrir la ventana. Abrir la ventana.
Abrir la ventana. Open the window.
But in from the comparison, much easier.
But in comparison, Bengali is much easier.
In Spanish, around 18,000 irregular verbs.
In Spanish, there are about 18,000 irregular verbs.
And in Bengali, there are 2 irregular verbs.
And in Bengali, there are 2 irregular verbs.
But most of the verbs in Spanish follow a certain pattern.
But most of the verbs in Spanish follow a certain pattern.
You just have to remember 18,000.
You just have to remember 18,000.
Don't exactly follow the pattern.
They don't exactly follow the pattern.
Spanish is a very good book. Yolanda from Vrindavan. He was in Colombia for a long time.
Dinabandhu Prabhu from Vrindavan, he was in Colombia for a long time.
He told me to learn Spanish. Get the book, Madrigal's Magic Key to Spanish.
So he told me to learn Spanish and get the book, Madrigal, Learning to Speak Spanish. The Magic Key, Learning to Speak Spanish.
And she showed how 15,000 words are the same in English and Spanish.
And she showed how 15,000 words were the same in English and Spanish.
Just a little different pronunciation.
Just a little different pronunciation.
And the pronunciation was like Hindi or Bengali.
And the pronunciation was like Hindi or Bengali.
Like the word for English, they say doctor.
The word in English, they say doctor.
In Spanish, it's doctor.
But in Spanish, they say doctor.
Like India. So, there are also all the words with TION condition.
And also all the words with TION, like condition.
Spanish, like condition.
In Spanish, it would be condición.
Felicitation. Felicitation.
Felicitation.
Felicitación.
Felicitación.
Facility.
Facility.
Facilidad.
Facilidad.
But if you know English, it's not so difficult to learn Spanish.
So if you know English, it's not so difficult to learn Spanish.
Just like if you know Bengali, you can learn Hindi.
Just like if you know Bengali, you can learn Hindi.
Except in Hindi, everything's got a gender.
Except in Hindi, everything has a gender.
And Bengali, no gender.
Whereas in Bengali, there's no gender.
So in Hindi, Granda, Kitab,
So in Hindi, Granth, Kitab,
they have different genders.
so they have different genders for so many things.
Then I learned a few words in each language.
But I learned a few words in each language.
Like in Gujarati,
In Gujarati,
Gamjo.
Kemcho, Majama.
Then in Tamil,
And in Tamil,
Sokyama.
Tokyama.
And Telugu,
In Telugu,
Bahana.
Bahunara.
I learned different few words.
Like that, I learned a different few words.
In Spanish,
In Spanish,
Calcula. Russian, Calcula.
in Russian, Koktila.
Хорошо.
Хорошо.
Possible.
Спасибо.
And German,
German,
we got,
we get.
how are you?
How are you?
Oh, very good, very good.
Oh, they're good, they're good.
And Spanish, and French,
In French,
comment allez-vous?
comment allez-vous?
Oh, merci beaucoup. Like that.
Je vais bien.
Like that. And Italian,
In Italian,
oh, stai?
como stai?
Bene, bene.
Bene, bene.
Yeah.
Muito bene.
Portuguese, they say, como está?
In Portuguese, they say como está?
But like Spanish, but the reply is different. The reply is different.
Spanish, but
Mi secretario dice para terminar la clase ahora.
Hey, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
His secretary got বলছে class এখানে শেষ করো।
এই বলছে ক্লাস এখানে শেষ করো।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.